Doctor Strange 2 major reshoots? Produksi Doctor Strange 2 bakal menghadapi major reshoot selama 6 minggu sehingga akhir tahun ini ya. In what sources describes as a significant production, the new shoot takes place in Los Angeles, comprising both additional photography and reshoots for 6 weeks of shooting, working 6 days a week. That's lebih kurang 36 hari of extra shooting ya. One source downplayed the severity of the shoot, saying, even while in the middle of production, Marvel Studios is scheduling you for more shooting, this person says, adding that the size and complexity of Marvel movies often necessitates additional photography. Sorry, another insider says, we've had bigger reshoots on other MCU movies. However, other sources raise their eyebrows at the 6-week time frame. Dia mengatakan, they're here until the end of the year. That's like a whole other movie, says one insider. Jadi, sorry, soalan aku kepada semua panelis ya, apakah pendapat anda tentang masalah di sebalik tabir produksi Doctor Strange 2 yang telah menolak kesemua tarikh terbit filem-filem MCU Phase 4 bagi tahun 2022 selama 3 bulan ke hadapan? Kita mulakan dengan Faris. Silakan Faris.
Another Disney property ada masalah. Doctor Strange pula, Marvel pula. Tadi Star Wars. Disney apa kau buat? Aku pun dah muak kutuk Warner Brothers ni beberapa minggu dah beberapa bulan ni. Sekarang kita kutuk Disney pula. Alright. My 2 cents. If you plan it well, you can actually have a movie that is really good. I mean, kalau nak even if you have a smaller budget and you have a bigger budget, the hierarchy is the same. You know, the decisions are the same. Where you want to shoot, how you want to schedule everything, you know. It's just a matter of how much money that you spend. Now, the downside I see from this, 6 weeks, 6 days a week, 36 hari, that's quite a lot, man. That's quite a lot of shit that you need to reshoot. Aku takut Doctor Strange 2 akan jadi filem macam Justice League Joss Whedon punya Justice League, because it's like passable to borderline teruk, you know. So because sebab banyak sangat reshoot. Another part of me says that maybe, now I'm going opposite of what I said. Maybe diorang schedule this reshoot sebab, I don't know, they start to figure out that this movie is so good that it can connect to other Disney Plus TV series. Heck, maybe they even shoot some teaser from Fantastic Four ke apa, something, you know. So there's something they didn't plan last year. Because for the film to reshoot now in 2021, you would have to at least have written the script middle of last year, time COVID, 2020. Sebab kau nak booking studio lagi, kau nak booking schedule pelakon lagi, and then they film early this year kan. So and then towards the end, so can't really say that maybe the reshoots can be like macam hidden agenda of, okay, you have 3 minggu akan reshoot, 3 minggu akan aku akan buat some secret shoots for future movies. You know, you will never know. But disebabkan source is from Hollywood Reporter, aku whatever they say, aku percaya bulat-bulat lah. Usually is diorang tak salah. But okay, let me repeat again. There's one side that this could be a bad movie. Another side is they just really want to make additional reshoots for future products. So kita tahu, it's a very on the fence kind of opinion lah.
Could the additional reshoots be a reaction to Eternals doing badly at the box office?
Could be. Let me see. The reshoot start bila? Eternals.
Sometime this month, sometime in November, happening for 6 weeks until the end of the year. So basically mid-November until end of the year.
But after Eternals lah. So
yes, after Eternals.
Yeah, it could be. But I can't seem to find a connection between Doctor Strange movie and Eternals movie. But also, since this is their biggest reshoot,
Maybe because it was too woke, because they're going to have a lesbian character in it, Miss America
maybe,
Chavez. Yeah.
maybe that's a possible. But I think characterization tak sangat lah. Maybe, don't know. Actually, you can change.
Because the article did say that Michael Waldron is writing additional scenes. So aku macam
additional scenes, yeah lah. That means you see the. That means when additional scenes, that means you see the. That means Sam Raimi dah potong filem tu, the final cut. That means the final cut dia dah potong tapi visual effects dia tak siap. You know? So dia orang tengok, alah jalan kita macam palat. Then dia to do all of you have to do again. You know? I think it's the same thing what Zack Snyder experienced lah for Justice League. But it's just kebetulan yang Zack Snyder terpaksa leave sebab anak dia meninggal kan. So
Yes.
It could go either way. Of course, I don't want it to be a bad film, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
part of it, hopefully is they doing some secret shoot lah, you know.
I mean, this film has lost a director, Scott Derrickson, and then had Sam Raimi come on board, rewrite Scott Derrickson's script with Michael Waldron, and then now they're having reshoots. Aku macam, apa cerita ni weh? Apa masalah sangat kau ni?
Nasib baik they got Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi can handle the micromanage sebab dia experience. Aku rasa ada micromanage ni. Kevin Feige ada micromanage, tapi dia tak micromanage dia sendiri seorang lah. Dia pass kat orang-orang lain. All your Victoria Alonso and your Jeremy Latham and your Nate Moore, apa semua dia pass kat orang lain. Kathleen Kennedy dia micromanage. Yalah, I think it might be. If you change the story significantly, you will get a Justice League. You will definitely get the Justice League. If they change sikit-sikit, mungkin kita takkan berasa lah. We won't feel that it's a reshoot. I mean, I know. I'm trying to think of a film yang ada banyak reshoot tapi tak rasa macam banyak reshoot. It's a non-superhero film lah. Kevin Costner has done it. I've read it before, you know. Zaman 90s. So
Waterworld.
pretty much normal. Waterworld sampah gila. Apa lagi ya? Anyway, reshoots has this stereotype that eventually the movie becomes bad. No, it isn't. But the tendency, I think 60% akan jadi teruk, 40% akan jadi baik lah. You know, so hopefully it's the 40%. Okay.
Apakah pendapat cosplayers Doctor Strange kita, Wan Muhammad? Silakan, Wan.
Setelah aku tengok Time Stone tadi kejap kan, banyak possibility Mula-mula aku nampak mungkin akan hancur benda ni. Sekali setelah ada satu lagi Nexus event di mana Eternal mendapat skor yang agak buruk PR dia, aku rasa benda ni akan jadi bagus. Sebab I have a feeling sebab dalam Avengers Endgame, Russo Brothers tu ada reshoot banyak benda tau. Cuma dalam pendapat aku Doctor Strange yang ni, dia reshoot bukan untuk nak fix plot. Dia reshoot banyak scene, maybe scene-scene daripada universe yang lain dia nak masuk. Dia shoot banyak-banyak apa yang dia nak semua. Dan lepas tu dia bawa, lepas tu dia fikir mana satu possibility yang aku nak ambil tunjuk dalam filem. Sebab aku rasa diorang mestilah tengok apa yang fan punya feedback kan. Dia kata apa akan jadi kalau Strange Supreme masuk dalam ni, ataupun ada buat appearance kejap ke apa ke. And what happen kalau Doctor Strange TVA datang, ada Loki pun datang juga kan. So I have a feeling yang dia nak banyak-banyak possibility on that film what gonna happen because it's multiverse of madness kan. And then after that diorang duduk dalam meja bulat bertu bincang, okay, mana kita nak pergi lepas ni. So it's kind of like macam choose your own adventure, cuma dia nak lagi banyak possibility tu ada. Tapi macam apa Bapak Ferry cakap, mungkin kalau macam tu maksudnya writing dia tak best lah. Kau tak ambil kira faktor-faktor yang lain dulu. Bila dah macam ni baru fikir, aku benda lagi lah aku nak buat sebenarnya. So takut nanti benda yang dah elok-elok dah dibuat oleh Sam Raimi dah ubah oleh Scott Derrickson. Lepas tu kau nak tambah lagi 3 lagi multiverse punya scene. Kau mesti kena tolak yang sedia ada kan. Benda-benda kau cakap, ni tak nak lah, tak nak karakter ni dalam ni. Tapi betul bila masuk nanti tak sindamung dengan apa yang first act pula. So aku pun ada juga kat belakang otak macam janganlah sub benda, janganlah sub sebab 6 minggu kan. So we hope for the best lah because Multiverse of Madness ni kira macam Spider-Man dah macam dah tunjuk gila babi lah pasal multiverse ni kan, apa nak datang. So bila ada madness lah, Doctor Strange is the one yang kena tampal semua benda ni. So it's kind of like very crucial because the multiverse ni yang menentukan future MCU ke hadapan. Sebab mungkin nanti ada filem MCU yang tak ada kena-mengena dengan timeline diorang filem ni okay, cerita universe kat sini pula. So macam mana? So benda yang dia nak memecahkan tu, nak menerangkan lagi tu agak penting dari segi writing in my opinion. So the reshoot is necessary lah. Cuma yalah sak ke tak aku tak tahulah sebab Sam Raimi kan. I think this is the first time I think in Hollywood history lah kalau tak silap aku, yang di mana filem satu siri filem yang berkaitan banyak-banyak sampai 23 ni semua berkaitan satu sama lain. Lepas tu diorang ada satu filem nak menerangkan kaitan tu macam mana. Lepas tu dengan dunia luar baru lagi nak masuk. So I think the writing gonna be really extensive. Sampaikan diorang kena shoot banyak-banyak untuk ada possibility yang lain supaya diorang tak pilih benda yang sucks ball. Kan? Kenapa kau tunjuk America Chavez? Aku nak Reed Richard dalam. Ingat tak dalam WandaVision? Engineer tu siapa? Reed Richard ke? Kau bagi orang lain. Orang gerak kan? Mesti kata kita tak boleh jadi perempuan ni jadi ni lah. Nanti orang kata
reshoot ni semua untuk tambah Mephisto scenes bro. Mephisto.
Oh, yes. Kalau tu aku setuju. Akhirnya kan.
Marah okay, betul Abang Ferry.
Teori Brazil. If you tengok susunan bila berita keluar kan, first you have Eternals keluar. Then after that you have bila dia umumkan yang tarikh filem akan push belakang. Ingat tak?
Ya.
Push ke belakang 2 bulan. I think this one from March to May to everything. And then you have the Brita reshoot. So when you really have your dates of the other movies and other Disney Plus series coming up, so maybe half of the 6 weeks tu dia untuk reshoot the actual film and another half to scenes for potential properties and apa ni. I mean just imagine, the Harry Styles dalam Eternals, satu benda pun kita tak tahu sampai keluar movie. You know? So they could have been
but you see that 6-week gap tu ataupun dia tolak by 3 bulan kan. This is not the only MCU production in trouble though. As you can see, the Black Panther 2 punya production pun is currently being paused until January 2022 because pelakon utama dia ada patah shoulder lah, something like that. So it's quite worrying that a lot of things domino dia dah makin jatuh.
Yeah, because eventually when you have a roadmap, it will be a domino lah. You know, you have a roadmap, you have a date, like a domino. One production is going to affect another, especially they're under one umbrella. The same thing goes if you are Media Prima or your Astro ke apa. Eventually dia akan ada, kalau satu terjejas, another one akan terjejas. Because I have a feeling that Doctor Strange 2 is going to connect a lot of with the Fox properties lah. Like macam one cakap Reed Richards and Fantastic Four. I mean, I'm so into, you know, Thierry Brazil of getting clues from trailer, you know, macam the trailer of No Way Home, and then dia cakap just open and all of them are coming. Tak semestinya all the villains of Spider-Man, can be the other heroes from other universe, you know, so we never know. Wow. So maybe what I think is Doctor Strange 2 will be betul-betul connect all this sebab dia dah buka something that's going to bring all these Fox properties. Heck, even Loki pun could come in, you know, for all we care, for all we know, you know. All the Fantastic Four pun, all the secret cameos ke apa, whatever, they film time the reshoot, you know. Because I'm still going to berpegang pada Thierry Brazil yang harap-harap akan will last for 2 tahun is Fantastic Four akan keluar 2024.
Cool.
Kalau aku nak tambah Thierry Brazil ni tak ada kena dengan Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, tapi kena dengan Spider-Man sikit. Kalau kita tengok ada Thierry Brazil dia cakap Kevin Feige start dia punya kerja jadi associate producer tak silap aku masa cerita X-Men tu lah. X-Men the first. Dan lepas tu of course lah bila dia buat yang No Way Home ni pula, kita tengok dia macam dia dikatakan final scene tu dekat Statue of Liberty kan. X-Men 1 final battle dekat Statue of Liberty, betul tak? So adakah ni datang turun datang
sebab dalam Brian Singer punya pun ada kilat tau. Ada kilat-kilat.
Jangan spekulasi gila-gila macam ni. Please guys, jangan spekulasi gila-gila macam ni.
Aku nampak macam ni. Betul.
Dia macam ni tapi mati ni macam ni dah. Kan mana tahu balik dia saja tunjuk. Lepas tu Dr. Strange kata apa tau. Medan magnet mungkin terganggu. Medan magnet makin terganggu. Oh, Richard Gere.
Filem 21 tahun lepas kot. X-Men tu. Filem 21 tahun lepas. Tahun 2000. Macam mana kau nak crossover weh?
Tak. I mean, karakter lah. Tak semestinya. Karakter
Yalah,
tu.
That doesn't matter the actor. We want to see the character returning. Who cares about what?
Okay. So kita ada satu soalan menarik daripada penonton di rumah. Ikwan Mat bertanya, genre dia still horror ke? Yes, definitely. Kalau kau tak sure, pengarah Sam Raimi memang terkenal sebagai otai dalam genre horror. Dia memperkenalkan kamera yang terlekat kat body tu, yang boleh ambil reaction shot of pelakon utama tu tengah melari through the forest. So he did that back in the 70s dengan low technology dia. So don't worry, walaupun Scott Derrickson is not directing anymore, Sam Raimi is equally good in horror. Faris, apa pendapat kau tentang Sam Raimi taking over from Scott Derrickson?
Sam Raimi is a good choice, very good choice. I really love him. Movie yang kau pernah tengok is, there are few horror, but I think the one that really comes to mind is Evil Dead lah. Evil Dead aku lupa, I think 80s I think. Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Ini memang horror dengan chainsaw kau dengan so it's really a good choice. But he won't do 100% horror lah. Dia buat subtle horror lah. Subtle horror macam tengok macam mana dia buat Green Goblin dengan Tobey Maguire punya Spider-Man. Tu horror gila. Dengan lighting gelap, lighting dia separuh, you know. And then even dalam Spider-Man first film, dia shoot apa ni? Norman Osborn punya rumah macam dalam rumah berhantu sikit. Dalam komik rumah dia bukan dia berhantu kan.
And dia suka main dengan swinging the camera into a reaction shot. That is classic.
Lepas tu dia main dengan cermin, dia main dengan editing.
William Dafoe cakap diri dia sendiri, aku cakap
Ya. So
I want to do that.
it can be done. Sekiranya anda enjoy menonton video ini, jangan lupa untuk like, share dan subscribe kepada Buzzpop TV untuk lebih banyak video-video yang berkaitan dengan pop culture daripada komik, TV, filem, mainan dan juga banyak lagi. Majulah fandom untuk negara.